goodness gracious, bro. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. Okay. Finally. Oh man, it has been a journey to get to this point. Sorry, it's so late. I meant to stream like so many hours earlier. So many hours earlier. So many hours earlier. Yo, Musk. Windoid, welcome on in. Congrats being first. Almost decent. NATO, Ricky, good to see you. Peepo, the man of the hour. Okay, so you guys remember my video where I'm like touring or like watching the video, the biggest map art collection on 2B2T by Peepo Malgrim. Well, you guys recognize this place? Maybe. Remember this? Remember going up here? And it was like, oh, I know that banner. I know that banner. And then I'd pause it and I'd be like, oh, this banner and this banner. Remember that? Okay, yeah, there's no more banners on here. Because I stole them all. now they're pleading for them back. Maybe for 1,000 dubs. Nah, I'm just playing. They actually just put them over here. +2,000 unique banners. We are at the location of the greatest book, banner, map art collection in all of 2B2T history. That's right. This is just a small smidgen of this base. Yo, Blue! Alright, let me turn the music down a teeny tiny bit. Yo. Yes, I'm using no texture rotations. Yes, I don't even have the chords showing on my screen. I'm not even gonna open the map. None of that. I'm just a chill guy, Limitless. At least I try to be. Jazz, welcome on in. Blake C, good to see you. Mud little stream, what are you talking about, Egg? What are you talking about right now? Seriously. Peepo the GOAT indeed. I am honored to be a part of this. And so we'll do like a walkthrough of this whole section here in a bit. I'm not trying to make it the longest stream ever. I could make it the longest stream ever. If I were to stop and talk about every single banner and book and map art that I have a story about, this would be a 24-hour stream. And I know none of you guys want that. None of you guys want a 24-hour stream. People wants us to go this way. But we are going to be donating to a section over there that I have dug out myself. We'll get into that in a bit. I have about 3 or 4 shulks of books that I have taken from my own collection, made copies of, and I'm donating to this museum just so I can be a part of it. Okay, first of all, I mean, like, look at these. This is that one map. These are all the different renditions of it over the course of history. Okay. Sorry. Oh, there's a signboard. Haven't left anything there yet. People wants us to go this way. Don't give any of mine. There's no... Egg! Alright, sorry. I'm coming back. Oh! Wait, what is he showing me over here? Yo, watch out, dude! Ladies and gentlemen. Malgrim of 2B2T. We finally made it. In the flesh. This is my actual gameplay. I'm on 2B2T. Look. We haven't even touched the surface, let alone scratched it yet. Alright, we're just gonna follow Peepo for a bit as long as he leads. In a world of chaos, a brief moment of silence. This must be the NSFW part. Let's go. What the? I can't breathe. I can't see anything. Dude, black on maps make it so you can't see any corners, no anything. And now I'm alone. In space. Okay. This is a like an arcade machine situation. A staple in the map art community. Excellent. Look at him. He's got the high score. And that's how he did it. It's all about technique with something like this. There's a Barry Main book. There's a Barry Main book. There's a bunch of books. Whole lot of books. I'm so excited to show you guys. Senka, really? What is this? Don't. I think I like this. I got golden carrots. Let's see if he takes those. Those worked good. Yep. One free bubble. Awesome. Well, not free, but I just logged in to steal the books, not gonna lie. Bro, oh, okay, so this is another thing that I wanted to let you guys know. Oh, this place is just like so pristine. I don't want to like set e-chest down. Here, I'll set one down real fast and I'll pick it back up. So these are the books that I'll be donating. You know, a couple banners, a couple things like that. That one too. But these I were gifted. I was gifted this. I'm gonna put it in my section, Egg. By KZD625. After I found his base, he was that coder's base that I'm still making a video about right now. And this is the 20 by 20 spawn render. And when I like initially pulled up on it, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen this map before, but I was misunderstanding. His is way bigger. He made it himself, and the version that he gave me is unlocked. Super cool. And so I brought these as well. Switcher is going to help me make copies of them so we can start to distribute them on the community. So I'm going to be leaving those somewhere for Switcher. If he pulls up on me on stream, I'll just dump them in his inventory. Yeah, super sick. I just recently lost all my books and map arts. Tough times. Well, go ahead and start hunting. Maybe you can find this place. Take them all. I want to show you Bella map art. Belle Delphine? Probably not. Steve Hypers. Yo Taco. If 2v2T was a race, I feel like Avrilville would come in first. I agree. Except for I haven't been invited, so still pissed about that. Whether it be a NSFW section, yes, there's an NSFW section. Obviously, I'm not gonna be touring it on stream. Peepo did a really good job at designing the place, so we are not gonna be at risk of accidentally, you know, finding our way in that space. Obviously, I beelined straight there off stream when I first got here. Hey, there's Swisher. Wait, people wanted me to go back. What is it? Maybe some music for the occasion? Ooh, okay. Okay. You want me to... Yeah, I got a song. Yeah, I got a song. Unless you have a... I have a song. I got one. Unless he does. Does he have a song? He doesn't. He doesn't. I do. This is what the sound This is what this place sounds like, in case you're wondering. The way is all yours, Peepo. I'm right behind you. Hurry before the song changes. Oh wait, no, he gave me a song. He gave me a song. I was just kidding. I don't really care about that song anyway. That was a good song though. You guys liked that, didn't you? For a sec there. Yeah, I'm sure this is fine. 4.3 million views. I didn't want to make music on. I didn't want to make money on the stream anyway. Let's do it. Can you hear it? I'm turning it up a little bit. Was this song in the video he made? Shh, everyone pipe down. The Start of My Madness by Peepo. Wait, does he already have this? Flower Girl by Kevin KC. Peepo's first love. Mine too at that rate. Actually, I kind of like Tifa more. Final Fantasy VII character. You already know. You already know how I feel about that. But this is the map that started it all. The seed that was sowed. Where Malgrim has now flourished. The Origin of My Madness. Angel's Mirror by Kevin KC. The greatest map artist on 2B2T, hands down. Let's get a close-up to really put into perspective the size of this thing. This is one map, right here. Let me turn it down a teeny tiny bit. But rumor has it that each individual map that's a part of this map art is cryogenically preserved in ice. It's not all built next to itself. Oh, hey, what's up, man? It's one map, ice surrounding it. Next map. Steve, do you see what I see? What is going on? No? Okay, well that was the end of that song, I guess. But and Kevin KC does not do flat map arts. Every single Kevin KC map art that we see here is staircased. And this is not even his biggest one. We already know this. Everybody knows about this map art at this point. And we had the opportunity to debut this one on stream not too long ago. Now, this is the newest map art by Kevin KC. But this is the biggest one by Kevin KC. I think that this took him, what, 4 years to make? It doesn't even look like Minecraft. And you know, a lot of us have seen this too. 3 years. Yeah, I mean, just the sheer detail on this is just maddening. Dude, I go mad at just trying to hang this thing up. Like, imagine just hanging this thing up. So this is Kevin KC's biggest project for sure. And it is right next to what I believe is the biggest map art on 2B2T, but it is not as highly renowned just because this was made flat and using Sky 256's map art making robot that he spent a long time tweaking, kept it private for a long time. Eventually he made it public. Now a lot of people use it, but with the use of like several accounts, and that map art bot, they whipped this thing up in no time. They whipped this whole thing up. I mean, look how huge it is. Like, this is a big map right here, and it's all white, except for that. But you can see the difference in quality for sure. Huge shout out to Sky, Sea Lantern Gang, and all of those who lived at the Narnia base that which this map art was built at. It was one of the latest, greatest mega bases of 1.12. Sky is the man indeed. My cat is outside my room right now. You might be able to hear him meowing. He wants to be in here. I'm not even going to risk him coming in here today. I'll give him plenty of cuddles right after stream, but I'm way too concerned about him tackling my computer and pressing F3 on accident. Egg was basically the founder of that base. He found it. You got the Narnia one at your base? Unreal. It's an unreal map. Whatever Grego was talking about over there. Sorry about all the messages that I'm missing, but I'm sure you guys understand. With an event like this, it is special to be a part of it. And this isn't the only place that Peepo has made a place like this before. He has made a batch of bases where he hangs up these maps and invites people out to take copies of them, just to like share the art across the server and help distribute it. This, however, is his main one, his main base, his baby. It's the one from the video that we watched, you know. And he's finally inviting some people out to enjoy it. But this base is divided into a bunch of different sections. I'm curious, Peepo, if there's any rhyme or reason, because I know there's multiple map art sections aside from the NSFW section. Is this section in particular like special even with the little maps, or did you just kind of like toss them all together where you thought it looked good? Did I reveal my donation yet? Not really. I briefly explained it. It's a bunch of books. It's 3 to 4 shulkers of books. So yeah, Peepo just confirmed that this section was the first section of this base. And that's what makes it special to him. Clearly, it also has his favorite map arts. Does Peepo have my game cards here? 100%. I haven't seen them, but I can already determine yes. Any map art that has been like relatively distributed or publicized, he's gonna have here. One that I didn't bring that I totally forgot about until I was on my way out here already is the Puff Puff map art that we found. That one stream we found the Isle of Fish. I really like this one. I got one of these up at my stash. I didn't know it was by Fums. The version that I have is unlabeled. So he says this is his favorite map arts that he had near a year ago. So the foundation is here. A lot of the originals. Oh, you know how we were talking about 2v2t player trading cards? That's an idea. This could be a nice format. I'm just saying. Yo, it's Musk Wizard. I mean, God Ruster. I feel like I'm watching the video all over again. Classic. I've got 2 map arts I'd be really surprised to see here. I did bring the Marley Bones and Moogle map art. I also brought the brand new Paul Steve map art that somebody made of my face. Oh, this is another Kevin Casey one. I mean, like, you can just tell by looking at it which ones are made by Kevin Casey, because the quality is just incomparable. That's not Kevin Casey. That might be like a self-portrait of Kevin Casey, actually. I'm not sure. So is this the, over here, is this the map that I found? No, the one I found is bigger. The one I found is bigger. Yeah. This is a 10 by 10, I think, right? Yeah. The one that I brought is 20 by 20. They got the map of the Sky Masons post-grief base. Hi. Where lump map? Wait, he probably does not have that actually. Yo, this is yo, Andrew H. Huge shout out to Andrew H. AKA Grave Lake. Yo, but yeah. People, if you want to move on to another section, if you want to show me another section, I'm right behind you. I do know that you are damn tired. You were telling me that before I went live today as you were helping me out dig out the section that I'm going to be filling up with my books. Totally up to you. Yeah, triple the pace. Almost even says you have to triple the pace or it'll be a 5-hour vid. Exactly. I don't expect to get to every section with people right now. But anything that he wants to show me, I'm following him. Are you only looking in the millions and stash hunting or going less? I hunt everywhere. Who is the main creator of these arts? Different players all across the server. Hundreds and hundreds of different players. Some old, some new. Ooh, nice. Shout out to Penguin Bagels. a staple in the map art community of TB2T. Penguin Bagels is a really cool guy. Green out room. I bet all these rooms are something special. Here, we'll go into this one next. Huh? Ooh, my favorite. I made one of these once before, actually. So yeah, if you look really closely, you can see the pixels. It's just this pattern over and over. But when you like back up and like look around, it does the visual tearing effect. And like we're in this small space, so you can't get like the full effect of it. But if you like back up a whole lot while looking at it. Listen, I'm not trying to cause any seizures, so I'm just gonna get out of here. I wanna look in here real fast. Ooh. Alright, I'm out. Good luck getting out with no free cam. Aw. Yeah, I'll feed them. Rocks. Fish eat rocks, right? What the? What is this? Hello. I think I like this one. What is this? Ooh, I've never seen this one before. What's that? Ooh, okay, we just gotta dip in quick. There's so many of these. Ooh, wait, this one's really cool. This is the Penguin Bagels one, right? Yep. I'm gone. What's this? I haven't seen this one before. What's this? Oh! Not bad, not bad. What's this? Ooh, I like this one. I brought a copy of this actually for my section. Oh, people's gone. Loaded too many maps. Too many packets on the server. House banned them. Live on stream. People says 1 sec. Well, in the meanwhile, we're just going to keep on keeping on. We're going to look in each of these rooms just real quick like. Real quick like. Okay, so this is the Paseo 5. Mior? More? What's the name of the pattern? We already went into one of those, but there have been a handful of people that, I mean, Paseo 5 made one. Dude, classic, like 90s texture, early or whatever. Paseo 5 made one. Andre Flames made one. I made one. Oh, welcome back, Beepo. What's up? I joined 2B yesterday. Any tips? Get over to this place. There's nice people here. That'll help you. Oh, Kitty! By TalkTech. Or maybe not. Nice. Ooh. The tiling. Dragon tiling. I'm almost done, people. I'm almost done. Ooh, I like this one. I'm gone. Looks like there's 2 more in this hallway. What's up? Dude, I love 101 Dalmatians. What's this? Ooh, another one of these guys. Shout out to Jeej. Oh my goodness. Like, this thing is just massive. This place is absurd. Like, I am not going to be able to capture this entire place in one stream. So it looks like there's plenty of space left in this section for more people to come along and donate their map arts. Is this me? Oh, okay. I need to remember this. This one was made by me, and this one was made by Burger Man. Shout out to Burger Man. He's been around more again lately. Welcome to Sanctum Maparty. Maparty. Yo, I've been there. It's a maze of maps. I feel like I'm playing Disillusioned right now. If you know, you know. Why do I feel like I'm gonna walk into the NSFW section? There's a whole other world over here. They got the periodic table. No, the chords are not public. I'm running no texture rotations. I'm not even opening the map at all. I do not. But at this point, I don't even know left, right, up, or down. Oh, anybody want to use this to find a base? Wait, someone screenshot this. I might be able to use it. I've actually never seen this map. Like with all the names of different places at it. Dude. Like as a base hunter, I think I need this at my stash so I can like ponder it, you know? Get a bird's eye view of the server. That's so cool. Yeah, there's plenty of space left in this section. Ooh, some more massive maps. Hey, we know this one. We know this one. We made a video about this one when we found it. The biggest map art that I ever found in the flesh. But Andromeda by, I believe it's Crow the Best. Shan't be confused with Hubble Ultra Deep Field. Two different maps. What is this? Like, what is this? Jeopardy? Mapopoly rebuilt. Excellent, excellent, excellent with all the pieces and cards. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Ooh, the Matrix one. Awesome. The chessboard by Penguin Bagels. He donated one of these to me once before. Is this also made by Penguin Bagels? Just like a different color scheme? That's crazy if so. Imagine you just like make the exact same map twice over. Just use different colors. Of this size. You know? Like to do it once, that's already like a feat. Family Feud, that's what that was back there. Not Jeopardy. Ooh, classic. Anyone remember this? Someone go ahead, send the clip through. Just keep it moving. Can we just forgive and forget? Why do they have a duplicate of this map up? Are they different? Are they named different things? Oh, they're just different names. Huh. Your fault, Pokemon. Thank you, Jack. Whose dog is this? The Final Goodbye. I think I remember somebody posting about this in the map art Discord. He seemed like a good boy. There is that one base. Imps 2. Shelby pop. Okay. Oh, dubs. 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 No, did I just revert it? Oh, goodness. I'm so lost here. So now we're kind of entering the space of the maps that I think a lot of us have seen before. You know, like, we've seen these at outpost after outpost for years now. These are some older maps. A lot of these are, at least. You know, I brought one of these along with me. A classic. We got Brody Harrison in the mix. What is this section over here, though? Near 30,000 map IDs here. Holy. Spoiler? NSFW area, enter at your own risk. But I... Shout out to Peepo. Go! Go! You guys know I'm gonna be hanging out after stream, right? The after party. You already know I beelined straight there. What base is this? Dude, that reminds me of something that Bobbers used to do for a very short time period in his base hunting career. He would, every base that he found, he would take a map of. I think that's a really cool idea. But yeah, I don't know what this place is. The Mentos maps all featured at the House 1 stash. Bunch of Penguin Bagels art. I recognize this stuff. Exactly what people just said. Every single one of these maps. I'm not gonna look at that. Has history. There's a story behind each and every one of these maps. Like this thing, I recognize this map. This map is built not too far from spawn. The dude that built it, probably long gone, forgotten about 2B. But the art is still preserved and traded among its enjoyers. Each and every single one. So many different artists, so many different stories. And it just goes. It just goes, bro. This whole place. Hey! It just frickin' goes, man. Wawa. Like, we haven't even looked at this wall yet. It's a whole universe on every wall. Hey, we found that crow one. Crow the best. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy world. But yeah, with our time constraint of today's stream, I'm not going to stick around in this section too much longer today on stream. But obviously I'm going to be taking a world download of this place later tonight. Oh yeah, what people just said. All the work, hours, and dedication of people. Artists. Yes. The expression of each individual. Think, just like try to begin to wrap your mind around the combined hours of work for all these people to make these art pieces. So many people that don't even know each other. They don't even know about like a map art community. Half of these people, they just make it for themselves to hang up at their base. Get off the server, leave. Someone else finds the base, maps it, circulates the map. You know, that's the story of a lot of these maps here. This? Yeah, it's Bob. Ew, what is this? This is the visual tearing effect I'm talking about. It says look from a distance. Yeah, like look closely as we back up. Look how it like changes. You see that? That's cool. Yeah, I love visual tearing. It's super cool. Bye, Evolutionary. So yeah, sorry I'm doing so bad at reading messages, but I mean, you guys already know. Like, it's overwhelming just to be here. You know, I definitely am gonna have to spend a couple days, my bed set here, just taking a walk around. What's up? Yo! Yo! What is this? It's a map art of the map art of the map art guy from the video about the map arts. I have a last suggestion. Place Clink's song. Is this it? Is this your last? Is this the spot? Or is there a different spot? Here. An homage to Clink Clink, who has guided Peepo in many of his map art endeavors. Look at him now. Huge shout out to Clink Clink. Huge shout out to Peepo. Everybody that puts in some extra effort to keep the map art community alive. Yo, Trana!
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Trana. Thank you for the 400 biddies. I appreciate your continued support. It means a lot. Eyes of the World, live at Winterland, October 19th. Or October 2019. Certified Geezer. Yo. Shout out to Brabcraft. But yeah. I don't know Clink super well. I do know him. But him and Peepo are tight. And maybe it could be comparable to, like, for me in my mind, like, so much of what I do, I have to give a shout out to Ranch and what he has created and, like, paving a space that now I occupy with my base hunting streams. I can imagine that the relationship between Peepo and Clink is comparable in their own way. You know what I'm saying? That's how I imagine it, at least. So shout out to Ranch. But yeah. Ranch is a G indeed. Okay. We are 44 minutes in. I'm really not trying to go over like 2.5 hours today. AZE, it's a pleasure to have you, man. I appreciate you coming through. Yo, this is that from that one anime, Initial D? No, right? Wait, is this the Brabcraft legend you guys are talking about? This guy? Really? Ah, never mind. Okay, we need to find our way out of here. Anybody else get some, like, crazy liminal space vibes from this spot? How does one align a map art with the art grid? There are, in like every client, there's something that you can turn on where, like, you know, you can see chunk borders, you can see region borders, or you can see map art borders. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What? Okay, stick to the left. Stick to the left. That's how we'll find our way out of here. Be careful not to fly over the NSFW area. Yeah, I'm keeping low. I'm keeping low too. We're gonna be walking for the most part. Bro, is there no way out? Are we like locked in some infinity loop here? I'm so confused right now. What's the largest map art? The largest map art is the Narnia map. We checked it out right at the start. I'll swing by that area once more before we go into our room, our little hole that we dug out. Okay. Oh, do I have like maps on me? I want to take some copies of these. Here, this is an important part of what we're doing for our section. I missed a big one. What are you talking about? Here, so let's go into here. I'm gonna take this. We want one of these, and we want one of these. You'll see why. You'll see why here soon. Okay, we're just gonna hold on to those. Okay, what did I miss? Follow me when you're done. All right, I'm following the flicker. Let's do this. He's going to show us the last big one in this section that he wanted to show us. But it's like a maze over here. Like, I'm sure there's entire hallways that we didn't go through. But then after this... Yo, spacebar! Dude, that's my cat! That's my cat! In real life. Look at them. They love each other. That's my totem, bro, right there. No way. Oh, what the? Look at the quality on this thing. There's like no visual tearing. Oh, this has got to be like top 10 biggest maps. Oh, I love the red. I love this thing. Look, there's this whole room over here we didn't even look at. Oh, I got the whole wall for plinks, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot spend my whole time just walking around. I can walk around in circles. It's top 3 biggest maps? No way. I didn't even know, bro. I've never seen this. This is badass as shit. You guys think I kind of look like them? Deck missed this section? Yeah, I mean, it's so easy. It's almost disorienting. Because it's all the same looking type rooms, same width hallways everywhere. And there will just be doorways into new sections you didn't even know were there, especially if you're not using your map to look at it from above. But I'm not complaining. It adds like a liminal space effect that puts you into more of a creative headspace where you're like really engaging with each of these individuals who created these art pieces. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. You know what I'm getting at though. Let Apple Pop Bob arrive. Isn't that you? Whatever. This is a P529 map? Now that I think about it, it's kind of messy. Don't really like it much. Kidding. Get lost. Enjoy the adventure. The Labyrinth. Thank you, Peepo. Huge shout out to Peepo for coming through on stream. For the tour in-game. I know he's tired. And for helping me dig out the room that I prepped just before stream. So we can make our own little section over there. That I'm so stoked to make with you guys. We cannot show Peepo enough love. W Peepo in chat for everything that he has done here and for allowing us to be a part of it. I'm begging, begging you. Look at all the bubbles that we got too. Peepo, I'm excited for you to see the section that we build today. I really, really am. Each of the pieces that I'm going to be sharing are special to me in my own way. Oh, dude, like, look at all this section, dude. Look at this. Look at this thing. It's the sick, fearless bastard. Wait, why is Etika in the Plink section? Whatever. This one, of course, the quality. One Punch Man. Another very special map. That one always makes me think of Jaws. He loves that thing. Dima Town. How can you forget about Dima Town, bro? I mean, look at the architecture here. Look at him. He didn't even blow it up. Anyways. It's like a massive map art just of this dude transporting a shulker box over some old terrain. Like that this is the product of that Sky 256 map art bot situation. They're just able to just shit out meme maps, and they did every single day. A lot of these are just like meme maps that they made at that base. This one, so many of them. What the? Never mind. No more online blackjack. Yeah, that was definitely made by Sea Lantern Gang. They're all gambling addicts there. Okay, we're gonna try to weasel our way on back. Dude, every single section, dude, there's just more. There's just more new ones. This one never got finished. Even at his old spot, like, it wasn't completely finished, but I mean, there's that. More of the cars. Whatever this thing is. Housemaster should just delete the entire world of 2P2T. Yeah, read up. Look at it. I know I missed this section. It's going to be impossible for me to not miss this section. The purpose of today's stream is not necessarily to tour the whole place. That's what the video was for, that I made that we made that one video, or people made that video about that we watched. We are donating. We haven't even gotten to the donating part. What is this? What is that? Guys, I think I'm in love. We need to escape. We need to stop getting lost. Stop getting lost. Stop getting lost. Stop getting lost. Okay. It is right here. Boom. I knew it the whole time. You skipping like 90% of the maps. Look at those cars. Okay, I went this way, and I went that way, and I went this way, and then I went... What's in here? Oh, wait, we already saw this. Yo, they made a Peter Pettigrew. Dude, hey, you and I both... Wait, did they map the Journeyman stash? You and I both know that if I were to actually just spend the entire time looking, like really looking and taking in all the maps, I would never end stream, man. We have a plan. I have a plan for today's stream. I promise it's good. I promise it's good. It's here at this spot, but I just wanted to show you guys right quick. Okay, these are the cars that they wanted me to look at. What the hell? Classic Sea Lantern Gang, man. Rammer 9000? What is that supposed to be? You cannot get this at Costco. I don't know why they put that there. Are you guys done yet? Should we go to Tome Vault? What's Tome Vault? You know, I'm just gonna fly over. Everyone close your eyes, don't look. Okay, exit. This must be the right way. We go that way, and then we go this way. And then we go this way. Bingo. See ya. Okay. So, like, we have literally only ventured through essentially 2 sections of the 4. But, you know what? This is just where we're going to live for today's stream. This is our section. It's indicated by these things. Okay. So, this is my bed. This is my chest. I'm putting some stuff in here. Oh, dude, he gave me armor. He gave me armor. He felt bad that I was just walking around in diamond armor. I'm very glad. I'm very glad. I was thinking about doing that on stream anyway. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is the stuff that we're just going to stow away some things at that we don't necessarily need. We do not need all these elytra. We do not need all these totems. We're going to stash them away to the side. I guess before we get down to business, I had a couple nice books from these legendary gents upon arrival. Two Paul Steve from the Flicker. Very kind, very cool. And then a Peepo book. Welcome to the Malgrim, Magnus, the Ark of all archives. This museum holds the largest collection of map arts with banners and books with their own tales. Paul Steve, thank you for coming here. Enjoy the art. So awesome. This is a world record. Everything here is a world record. I'm about to break the world record even more with the stuff that I'm adding here. Okay, so we're going to pick up. These are all of our building mats. Boom, boom, boom. We got glass. We got mixed quartz. And we got quartz. This is my special everything kit that we can just put right back in our e-chest. I used it for bed materials. And then over here, just hidden away in this little nook, bro, gonna build. Hold your horse's egg. Just a hidden little section. Nobody would ever even think about it. No one even begin to think what could be down here. We're gonna put a ladder in here, by the way. Boom. My room. We're gonna furnish it on stream. Let's do this thing. The fuck is this? Tiny room? It's my room! It's perfect. Hopefully. Hopefully it fits the stuff that we want to hang up. Oh, we're gonna need to steal some item frames from somewhere because I do not have enough. I have 11 item frames. I have 11 item frames. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to find some item frames somewhere, actually. Okay. So, the book collection. What should we do? Okay, let's count up how many spaces that we need. There's 27 slots in each shulker box. So 27 times. We'll just set up a 27 by 4 idea. Even though we don't have exactly that much, we have less than that. Let's make enough space for that. See how we can fit it into this room. So let's do the math real fast. 27 times 4 equals 108. We need 108 spots in this room. Fuck. Itty bitty room, Paul. I think we can make it work. Here, this is my idea. I'm gonna test out this idea, and you guys let me know if it's cool or fool. Let's bring out boom, boom, boom. The necessary pieces here. We got enough quartz pillars. Each of these quartz pillars are gonna have a. Thank you so much, Peepo. Thank you so much. I could kiss you on the forehead right now. Oh, he's scared. No, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Here, like this. Like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. What do we think, y'all? No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So then we're gonna have like a line over here. We're gonna have a line over here. Is this a silk pick? Okay, good. Give me that. We will put that right here. And you will probably be hearing... we're like right next to an ocean monument right now, actually. Steve's phone number in 2B chat? Yeah, why is that there? Okay, so obviously we're going to need to make this work. We're going to have this section along the wall, but in addition to that, we are going to have like multiple sections in the center. This is my magnum opus, okay, guys? So, like, be patient with me. We're going to try to find a good balance between speedy building, but also, like, you know, maintaining quality here. And for some reason, I decided to make this right underneath the 2K stash of banners right above my head. I did not consider the consequences of the frame drops, but you know what? Like, pain is beauty. And I've always said that. Okay. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. Now, so how many is this? How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 22. So that's 22. So if we did a section there, and we do a section here, that'd be 44. You know what? This is going... What are you talking about? Let me think for 1 second. Oh, idea. Idea. We double up. We double the hell up right now. Just let me look at it. This is actually kind of cool. This is actually kind of cool. Like, we have a book here, and then we have a book up here. You know? It looks like teeth. Who's going to be able to read up there? Okay. Maybe you have a point. Check Discord, you snot-nosed tonebot. You're gonna make me watch another, like, mud-ass video, bro. Like, was it not enough yesterday? Can't you see I'm doing something here? Okay, you know what? To make this room was so much work for me. You know that, right? What? Great, another Discord checking stream. Okay, I'll do it for 1 second. 108 is the number we need to get to. Oh god, why do I have 75 pings? Okay, let me think. We're gonna have to cram a little bit here. We're gonna have to cram. Let me think here. Thank God for people, man. What am I doing? We're gonna have to utilize the walls a good bit more. Okay, yeah. We have like a section here, okay? Boom, 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 boom. We can have a section here. Boom, 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 boom. Should we just like cramped ass room? Well, it's kind of like it's like a hidden stash of books. Like it's a hidden spot, man. You know, I'm kind of banking on the fact that when someone finds it someday, they're gonna be so overwhelmed by the crazy amount of maps everywhere, they're not even gonna know the section is here until it's like dug up by 2B2T excavators 100 years down the line. You know what I'm talking about? What books am I placing? I know you guys are eager to see them, but I need 108 spots first, and then we're gonna go down the line. We cannot get distracted. Okay, so that's 22. This is 44. We're at 44 right now. Let's see. Should we just like elongate a little bit? Should we just elongate? Should we just like dig this way a bit? We can make it like cramped and not make it as wide and everything, but just like put it along the sides there. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Looks very strange. Yeah, so we're just gonna do it like this. Just like this. So the reason why the textures look all funny every time I mine is because of the no texture rotations mod. Explain the title, please. We are at the greatest museum of all time. In fact, we're hiding underneath it right now. We just did like a 45-minute tour of the whole place. And now we are underground making our own little special spot within it. Okay? Don't mind me mining with the sword. Everyone just stop watching me for a second. Like, can't you just talk amongst each other about stuff? No, don't look in there. Shit. Who owns it? Peepo! The legendary Peepo. Okay, no, this is actually good. So we can do it like every single one in here along the wall. So this is 44. So this is at 58. Nah, we gotta use more space in here, bro. We gotta use more space in here. We gotta big brain it. We gotta figure out how. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Rags. You know what? Let's start hanging them up. I know you guys are eager to start hanging them up. So let's just fill up this first section of this room first, okay? And then we can determine based on how it looks whether or not we want to like hide more things higher up or if we want to dig it deeper and work on that side, okay? But for now, let's just do this. I know you guys want to see them. Nope, don't say that. Okay, so let's get to work with the item frames. And Eventually, I'm going to. Peepo feels so bad for me. He's. What's going on? Is he giving me a book? I know. I owe this guy a book. He asked for a book from me when I arrived, but I've just been busy. How is Paul Steve? It's awesome to meet you, especially here at Melgrim. Love your streams. May 21st, 2025. It's already the 21st. Oh God, we need to get working. Thank you. Friend. Thank you, DZ. He's a real one. He's working the proxy that lives here, I believe. DZ, you're welcome back anytime. Thank you for the book. I owe this guy a book. I'm not gonna write it quite yet. If anything, I'm gonna like write it after stream, stash it in this section, and then tell him to come through and pick it up. You need some fireworks, friend. Because we have a mission. Okay. So yeah, two things I'm going to do after stream. I'm going to write that guy a book, and also I'm going to label all the things that I hang up here. I'm not going to do that all on stream because, you know, I'm trying to keep it concise. But let's kick it off, okay? This is not going to be hung up in any particular order. Some things might be next to each other as like a special situation. I'll probably have like a little blip or blab to say about each of these books. Let's do it. Boom. 2 Paul Steve 07 by Priest. I just got this recently. I just thought it was a cool name. Stash by Stash. There's not really much written in it. It says book. Cool name. Probably don't have it here already. 2B2T is Life by Ra. And he writes a very nice story in here about the importance of the journey of TB2T. Shout out to Ra. For Heaven Boy by The Wise Walrus. I do not know how I got this book, but I wanted to donate it. We all know iTwistin. He is a integral part of the 2B2T stream culture. He's always up in stream, twisting my mind to do absurd things. He almost made me kill that guy from that video that I posted yesterday. So he said, "Dearest Paul Steve, I twist in your mind using magic beyond comprehension. Love, iTwistin. AK 10! Hi there, Rat King. No, I read your messages. Oh my goodness. If you're in stream right now and you just received a gifted sub, make sure you thank Trana. 07's in chat for Trana. Thank you so much for the support, dude. It means so much. Seriously. Like, I'm so thankful to be in a position to show this stuff to you guys, and your guys' support is a huge piece in allowing me to do so. Trana, you have been so good to me for so long. I cannot thank you enough. So yeah, thank you. Reggie, thank you for the follow. Injuring Walk 133. One of my favorite account names. I don't think he has anything really written in here. Nice base. Phone him. Injuring Walk. So yeah, we definitely have to hang that one up. Thanks by Josen. I wanted to include a Josen book in the mix. Sam Hill, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Because as far as Paul Steve lore goes, Josen was part of that spawn base that me, Blue, and Seth all streamed recently, where we had that amazing party. T-Black made that like music machine that we danced in for a very long time. We found that new friend on the Southern Canal and brought him on over. It was full of LARP, full of great friends and adventure. Josen was part of that, and he also griefed it after the fact. So I figure it's part of our lore. Bring his book on over. Elma's Fur 1. Signed book. Please help me. Signed book. Just another new friend that I probably kidnapped off the highway and forced them to write a book. Love. Okay, and then we have a section. We have Steve books, okay? I have books from a lot of different Steve accounts because I trap them and I make them sign books for me too because, you know, Steve's got to stick together. So we're going to probably put a lot of the Steve books over here onto this side. So we're going to kick it off with Bad Steve. Are there any kits? Yes, good kits. That's what it says in that book by Bad Steve. Another great. Another one of the greats as far as account names go. We got Angry Sign 244427. Huge. Probably put it next to the Elma Ferd account. Another great account, Mayo Tom. Hi, will you sign this? And someone else that I just found at Spawn loved their name, made him sign a book. Okay, we're gonna probably see that a lot. Booty Slinger 101 says, bruh, let me out. More evidence of me committing heinous crimes against new players in order to receive books from them. I don't care about no coconut by Tompa. If you know, you know. Tompa, one of the legends. One of the players of all time. Open it up. OMG, hi. I like cute toes. So we're definitely going to put that on the front row over here. SBA Stash by Deer Slab. On the inside, I wrote SBA Stash Chords. There they are. Go ahead, take whatever you want. We'll put this by the Tompa book. Shout out to the Deer Slab account. Paul Steve 007 by _P5. I believe that's a P529 alt account. He says, "Oh yes, legendary YouTuber Paul Steve 007. Why are you here and not base hunting, bro? There are bases to be found. Legendary Hermetic Lock is here as well. Very cool." And then the chords. We deobfuscate them. Go ahead, grief it. I don't care about that base. We'll just stash along the side. Actually, no. Let's put this one here. Paul, where am I from? West Coast, United States. Best 2B2T stream by Written Book. Hi, Paul. I love you. A great account name. I'll put him right over here. Look how fast we're going through this. Balls by Riley Reed's Feet. One of my favorites in my collection. I will let you guys know that I have an e-chest plus of books that I've collected. You know, shulkers of books that I've collected over the years. And I have brought, 4-ish shulks hand-picked from my collection. Some of the ones that are super personal and especially special to me, I don't really want to put that into the public space, but some of them I do, and I just want to put that into perspective for you guys. Like, I handpicked all of these books to include in this museum. There's some of them that, like, for example, the Lemon Hope book, I would have liked to include that, but I had that one on a different account at the time. Maybe I'll end up bringing it on over after stream, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. These are all things that I am happy to put forth, assuming that people will grab these books someday, make copies of copies, disperse those, and they'll just slowly get integrated into the server. So, Riley Reed's Feet. Balls. Paul Steve 007 is my lover. Anyone jealous? It's okay if you are. It's okay if you are. So we're going to put this one next to the... Where's the Tompa one, actually? Is this the Tompa one? Let's move the Tompa one front and center with that one. We're going to put balls next to that. That just feels right. Okay, going down the line. Paper Robber 9000 by Ranch. Paul, you're a legend. Everyone should sub to Paul Steve 007 on Twitch. Love always, Ranch. Now, I do have a personal book from Ranch on my main account. This one is to an alt account that which I, my main alt account used to be called Paper Robber 9000, and Paper Robber 9000 is one of the most iconic Spawn friends in 2B history. For years, he would just sit at 0-0, spam and chat. I don't know if he's so active anymore, but he gave me permission to use his name with only one R instead of two in the middle. And it was awesome. It was such a good time period. Ranch wrote me a book while I was using that account. And I just think that, like, a little reference to Paper Robber and Ranch in one book, cool as shit. So we're gonna put that one right here next to Balls. Lazy bastards won't copy anything, they will just take. Well, for the most part, a lot of these books I'm donating, there's a couple originals and a couple copies of copies, but most of them are copies of originals, so whoever does end up with these books in their hands, they will have the capability of spreading them if they so choose. Durka QT, need I say more? 696969696969 by Durka. Obviously. Gearskogel by Lionheart. One of the most wholesome 2B players that I have had the pleasure to meet and become friends with through our time at SBA. He is a great guy, super friendly, great base. That's the name of his base that he made, Gearskogel. And at his base, he had a bunch of these laying about, and I just wanted to bring one along to give a shout out to him. Rip Paul Steve 007 by Paul Steve 007. This I wrote in a little bit of my earlier days of base hunting, right before I died. I left the original behind, I believe, or I don't know. I left one behind, took a copy of it. And I remember I wrote like a 4-page novel about how long this trail had gone and all the signs I'd seen along the way and where I think it's going. And then I got like AFK kicked and it deleted the whole book. And so then I just wrote blah, blah, blah. I got kicked after writing 5 pages on my first attempt. Blah, blah, blah. Russian sign, blah, blah. This trail's go to Moo Mega Base. Yippee. Weird diag baritone action. And you guys already know that it's a Paul Steve book, especially around like the 2022 era. So you already know what's going to be on the very last page. A giant dick. So we're just going to put that over on this side. Thanks. By Terrific Jumper. Thanks, man. Another one of the good old names. So we're going to put it over on this side next to all the good names. The Wanderers by No Hacks Only Hope. The Wanderers is a group that was founded by No Hacks Only Hope, Nazulam, and why am I forgetting the other dude's name? Retro Skills. The way that I just pulled that from deep out of my noggin is crazy. The Wanderers appreciate you as a person and your streams very much. Thank you for being you. The Wanderers. Much love for the Wanderers. They're not really like do anything much these days. They're all just kind of doing real life stuff out of the mix. But they, all of the gentlemen in that group were wonderful, wonderful people. Nazulam is a dad. And yeah, I remember when I first got introduced to the Wanderers, they let me know that their one rule is they would never place a banner of their own over or under 10 mil. They would have to go 10 mil before they place the banner down, and that was like their shtick. So anyways, shout out to that group. Now that we have just like a couple items left in here, let's go ahead hang up some of these things. You know, we got the Rusty Buster in the mix. If you don't know, the Rusty Buster is like a little bar concept on TB2T that I created initially at The Lump, which is the official stream base, our official stream base. And I have since recreated that thing at a couple other builds of mine that some of you might find someday. So there's that. I'm probably not going to hang these up. Sub to Not Reese on YouTube. You guys know that Reese fine. Classic. Okay, so let's move on to this book now. For Smelly Fat by Hermetic Lock. That same account that was Paper Robber also was once named Smelly Fat, and that guy wrote me a book, so we're going to hang that one up. Ball Face by Barry Main. It's awesome. You know what? I'm going to put this at the end of the Steve line. We haven't seen any other Steve books. But I'm sure we're going to get there. Holy Church of 69 by TSA. Incredible. For those who don't know, I've talked about my lore plenty of times. When I very first joined the server, I was adopted by a highway building group that was called OPU, and eventually that server got nuked by one of the admins who said his account got hacked. I think he was just having an episode. We got adopted by a shop Discord, and then we got taken over by a different Discord called the Laughing Coffins Guild, and then they overthrew the owner of that Discord because the kid that owned it was kind of weird and a squeaker. I don't know. He might be cool now. That was a long time ago. His name was Zinkodrone. And then after that was all destroyed, we rebuilt as TSA. And we found a dude who has the name TSA. And he wrote Holy Church 69 in it. So super cool. Hello from the TSA. We're going to throw that right here. Paul C. by Nazulam. Love Nazulam. Amazing, legendary, wonderful man. We're going to put it right there. Tully Bob, no way you remember. No way you remember that dude. Honestly, if anybody is to remember him in chat, it's going to be you. I'm glad that somebody knows. I'm not trying to talk shit about the dude. It's been so long, But, the context of the time, we were like, oh, dude, we could not have our group run by this guy. Ball by Hucked. Hucked was a secret alt account that belonged to, I think, one of the Wanderers, actually. One of the dudes owned this account, Hucked, unknowingly. He didn't tell me. He didn't tell anybody. But we ran into him at the Truly base. I think that's what it was called, right? The base that was leaked on Reddit through WXYJN, who incited SBA for many bases. And so me and Dan Ducky went on our business trip out there to grief it. Sorback, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And that's where the video Revenge Grief comes from. So Revenge Grief, the video, if you watch it, you will see the player Hucked help us grief that stash. We pulled up and he was like, he was in the middle of looting it, and we were like, hey, do what you need to for the next 10 minutes, because after that, we're going to blow this place up. So shout out to Hucked. Very cool. There's the lore about him. Can you check the banners? Mexi, Texas. Sure. We will take a quick pause from our little book hanging up endeavors, and we will go up. We are close to the banner section. Mexi, Texas, are you hoping to find one of your banners here? Honestly, in order to sift through them all, it's going to take some time because it is 2,000 plus unique banners in this room. Tully Bob! Damn. Okay, I'd say at this point you have made up for killing me when I first joined the server on my first day. You've made up for it now at this point. If you've received a gifted sub, make sure you thank Tully Bob. Huge shout out to Tully Bob and OG and 2B2T. I appreciate you, dude. It really does mean a lot. But yeah, it looks like, we got Southern Canal. We've got the Sakura banner. That is a bulldog thing. We have Astral. We got that thing. They even have the Grego Rat. What? Grego Pants Sewer Rat Voodoo Gang. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. That's crazy. Hey, dude, we're all next to each other. Egg. Look, they like us. And we're by Yemes and Ranch and Yemes and Frogcock. They put us all in the same spot. Nah, this area was definitely built by Swisher Surgeon. Definitely built by Swisher. No playing. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. How was your stream, man? I saw you posting about it. Ooh, look at all the different SBA banners. So there's SBA on top, Ardrox SBA banner, and then SBA banner. Great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Were you base hunting, No? Are we looking for like a Maxi Taxi banner? I don't even know what that looks like. I know that there's gonna... Isn't there a Jamba Juice banner? I'm sure that that's here somewhere. Did you find anything, No? You taking my viewers? I'll raid you back if you go live again. What the... But like, there's so much, you know, like each of these have their own, like, it's either a player. We got Pixel Buster, Foxfall, Damn Good Tacos, some U-Rev stuff. Yep. What are these, bro? Oh my god. But yeah, this is the one time that I'll sift through this on stream. Journeyman in the end. Whoever designed that knew what they were doing. All the Cydonia maps are back there. The big ol' Havlin banner. Voodoo Pirate banner. Hey, there's the Wanderers map or banner. I keep calling banners maps today. Journeyman, Overworld, bases, players, histories, memories, all left behind. Some still active, most gone forever, but it's still remaining. The memory, the past, on a banner. What he said. OMG, YouTube delay so awful. Go back, second row, far left. It's there, top left. Jamba Juice by Zispanos. Jamba Juice is by Zispanos. We'll just backtrack real quick. There we are. Jamba Juice. Yes, sir. Yeah, YouTube delay is crazy. We got Kraken Boot. One of these are got to be Kraken Boot. There it is. That's so cool that, like, even these duplicate banners have been made by different people. Team Pepsi, Team Pepsi, Team Pepsi. Oh, this looks cool. I like that one. But yeah, putting the banners in item frames underneath the banners like this so you can just hover over them and read the names of them. Really good idea. Really great design. What is this, another Wine Child thing? What the? Damn it. But yeah, just like the map art situation, you cannot expect me to Iron Golem 43. Like, I'll be stopping at some of the ones that pop out to me in the moment. But even I'm going to be missing ones that I love. Because it's overwhelming to be here in person. What the? They stole the Zozo. Okay. See, and there's a couple duplicates here. Like, there's another Jamba Juice. Another one of these guys. This place is still kind of in the making. I mean, obviously, there's all that space for more. Sturbs Rat banner. That's terrifying. I love the eye on this one. Cult of Myrrh. Awesome. Shout out to Kid Nightingale. Glubtubus. If you want, bust the duplicates as you see them. Thank you for saying that. I might get on it. Who is Winechild? Winechild is a just based spawn larper dude. He dwells in Greater Spawn for the most part. Carlfix Mount Fick. We found that recently. Prisoner Idiot 2025. Love that guy. Winechild banners up there. One of those. Maybe off stream I'll work on like breaking down some ones because I don't want to make a mess of it necessarily. Huh? Humberto. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate it. Mr. Sour Kiwi. Awesome. There should be a Team Mexico banner somewhere. Another damn good tacos. They've got Bedrock City up there. Summer Melon. Banner of Cactos. Incredible. Another ranch bottle up there. Keep an eye out for my blue eye banner. It should be over here. Boom. Now it needs to have one right next to it with the brown eye. If you know, you know. Smoke. I'm sure we'll find the Cancer Town map art or banner at some point. Dude, take a shot every time I accidentally call a banner a map art. You'll die. Another pale blue zebra. Shout out that guy. Happy Halloween by Silly Wings. Nice. I always liked the face on this one. Southern Pride. Oh god. Rocket to your mom base. Great. Cheese. Where is this? Let me pull up. This is Peepo's base. It is up to him to invite whoever he wants to. And it's my job to be very careful here on stream in order to not leak. But yeah, that's basically it. Now we're kind of moving on into the letters and numbers section. Good old stuff, good old stuff. You know, the Voodoo collection for the most part. What the? Another Journeyman banner. Great, great, great. But they didn't have the Rusty Buster banner here, so we'll have to make a copy of that and bring it up here. Okay, you guys ready to go back down? Finish up our section. Oh, 7's for Clink Clank. Thank you for hanging, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. No, you didn't find my other ones? I don't think that they're there. For real? Yep, rotations are on. I'm doing my best defense possible. Okay, 2 Sculler G by the 2B2D Police. The 2B2D Police, I'm pretty sure, is an alt of... Who's Sculler G's friend? G-Smack? We found that an end base of theirs that I referenced actually not too long ago when we were hunting in the end. It was supposed to be the Andromeda base, but then they decided it was too far, so then they made it closer for some reason. But I found that too far spot a couple years back, and that book was left behind there, so that was really cool. Please Don't Kill Me by Steve's Fan. Yes, 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 Steve's Fan. Yes, Please Don't Kill Me by Steve's Fan. You already know what occurred there. Official Pez Palace book by DJ Young Vamp. Pez Palace, we do a little illegal trading. June 8th, 2022. An instant classic. We throw that right here. Fill up that row now. We are quickly running out of space. Gotta Help Jenkins by Malik the King. This book was written by Malik when we, in tandem, journeyed together to the Pozneg world border. And to our surprise, when we arrived there, there was a player online building a hotel at the corner world border for people and visitors who came along to move into. This is Malik's first humble home at the Posnag world border. It's a nice and clean birch wood house made by Tentacle Girl. That was the name of the player that we found there. Anyways, the person that owns all the houses here, Jenkins, is getting attacked by a zombie. Got to go. Gotta help Jenkins by Malik the King. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. LARP Townington by SBA _. This book was just a tribute to the revival of the LARP Town base when we came back to build it a second time. LARP Town is a staple SBA base. Oh, I think I wrote that? Wait, really? Paul 2B2T. Paul 2B2T. Yup. Boom. Put that in this section. Pasto by Pasto. Open it up. It says, I'm French retard. Now, what's cool about that book is you don't know if he's saying, like, I'm French retard or if he's saying, I'm French retard. You know? Maybe I shouldn't be saying that word so much on stream. I'm just reading what the book said. Shout out to Pasto. Tay Florix, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But also, I have to shout out Pasto once more for being part. Remember that group that I mentioned? That, like, right when I started? That highway group that went through all that turmoil before it became TSA? Pasto was one of the admins of that group. One of the leaders of that group when I very first started. And we're both still active to this day, so yeah. Social distance by COVID Steve. Nice. Stay 6 feet back. COVID Steve. Boom. Dude, this wall is looking pretty over there. Okay, moving on. Paul Uwu by Log4 Shell. I mean, I just wanted to take this book as in here as a reference to the dark days of Log4j. Looks like we have a new book in the mix here that we just found on the floor randomly. Business Trip by Pornhub. Remember that Hucked story I was talking about? The Revenge Grief? May 31st, 2022. Dan and Paul, Dan Ducky, another founder of SBA, go on a business trip to another 2B2T stash leaked on Reddit. The journey began when Dan saw the post and commented, already gone. That night, Dan and Paul set off to the WXYJN stash that was discovered by an NN group called The Gentleman, or something like that. I don't know. When we got there, we were surprised to only find one other account at the stash. Enter Hucked. Yeah, this guy's totally going to be the next Pop Bob. He was frothing at the mouth upon seeing the amount of TNT Dan and I brought along. We wanted to see if there were any real scraps or unique items left, considering it was leaked 9 hours prior to the arrival. JK about Hucked, by the way. He's a sweetheart and did not appear to be a threat. Anyway, there were no scraps besides 20,000 dubs of unstacking stations. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, Dan, Hucked, and I took world downloads of the base and got to nuking. It was pretty chill and the server TPS dropped to like 13. Not bad. Dan had to go to bed immediately after the grief because he had school in like 4 hours and hadn't slept yet. Overall, a successful SBA business trip. It was an honor to be a part of it, Policy 007. And those are the chords to the place that we grieved. So yeah, definitely going to put that on the front line right over there. No way, Mega. Paul, are people at the world border? Probably not. Dev, what are you talking about? Begone, bot. The Traveler by Ardrock wrote this for me, or he like made copies of this. When he made his like spawn base soon after joining SBA. But we are starting to fill up over here. We wanted to leave this side in particular for Steve and Paul books, you know. And I kind of am like not really eager. I kind of want to just like get through this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to hole this section out that we've dug already. And we are going to fill it with quartz. Okay. Again, you'll see the textures like freaking out as I dig because it is the no texture rotations thing working. Okay, so let's fill up this right quick. I think I can go like this. Can I go like this? Nice. Just like real quick, like we're just gonna fill up this section, and then what I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna like plaster more books along the walls on the side. You know, I think that's just what we're gonna have to do. I don't know why my frames are so particularly bad right now. I think that part of it is because of the no texture, no block rotations, but also a little bit because of, you know, the 2,000 banners above our head right now. But we're almost done filling this spot out. Then we'll lay down the rest of our item frames and the rest of our books, and then we'll wrap up stream soon after that. So yeah, we have our work cut out for us indeed. I hope you guys are not super bored. I hope you guys are enjoying this. And like, even thinking about what Peepo is saying about all of those works of art that we saw hung up, like each of them have a story, an inspiration of whoever put it together. And same thing goes for these books, you know, like I'm giving little tidbits and blips about them, but the circumstances of each of these books cannot be so easily just done away with these tiny blips, you know. Okay, so let's put one there. Put one Put one here. That should be fine. If you can call this building. Okay. Let's get back to work. I think let's do something like this. Let's do something like this. Well, how about we'll put our favorite ones back here. We'll put our top 6 back here as we go along. I don't think that we've gotten to our top 6 yet. So we'll stash those ones away out here. And then the rest we will just put along the sides of the walls. Or we put them on the other side here. Pause. Yeah, we're going to start on the other sides of these things. Dude, I'm so smart. Like, I just realized how smart I am. I know you guys tell me all the time how smart I am. Like, Steve, you're so smart. Why are you playing Minecraft? But, like, I just realized. That's crazy. Okay, put away all this crap. Let's get back to work. Thank you, Keenan. Okay, 69 Holy Church 69. One of my many old alt accounts. Highway repair, base hunting, duping. Jacks of all trades are the members of DN. Traps are good. DN dupe still works. You know what? This I think will be the first one that we place up at the head pedestal. Because the Holy Church 69 really just embodies the roots of my LARP. So we're going to throw it in. We're going to throw it in right up front. Boom. All right, next. Stev 2B2T, close enough to Steve 2B2T, so we're going to throw it on over here. Boom. Next, Life Has No Purpose by Nonus, a tragic book that discusses the meaningless of life. Shout out to Nunu. So we're going to throw that book. It's going to be the first one to christen the backside of this wall over here. Club Mexico by Best Mexico. Just another incredible lad. You know, this is a big part of Jackafa's lore. A great era of Spawn LARP. I don't know if it's going to have the date on the inside. It does not look at it. It just says, this is Club Mexico's book. Spread it around. Every Sunday at 10 p.m. CST, we will hold Club Mexico. Tell your friends. They would just occupy Spawn. They would just occupy 0-0 and just be great. That was probably like early 2022. DN Dupe by Paul Steve 007. Nazulam, I have pressing information regarding the most recent dupe exploit on 2B2T. You must not share this information with anyone. It's highly confidential. Only turn to the next page if you're not screen sharing or otherwise live streaming. I remember I gave him this book on stream. The duplication glitch that I'm talking about is known by the small community of its users as DN Dupe. It has gone right under Housemaster's radar for 2 years now as the best dupe method in the history of the server. Contact me on Discord for information on how to do the dupe. It would be idiotic of me to put any more information in this book. If this book gets into the wrong hands, it could be the end of the DN Dupe as we know it. I am trusting you to not copy or share this book with anyone else. So now we've made a copy of it, and it's going to be the first one that we hang over on this side, up next to the Steve books. Bro, what is going on in my chat? You know what? I think that you guys are just entertaining yourselves. I hope that there are still batches of you guys who are enjoying the LARP and the lore as I hang these up. Okay, 69 Incursion number 1 by Paul Steve 007. I'm going to hang this up over here as well. This is a book that I wrote to a player named... We don't need you anymore, Steve. Okay. To a player named Avocado who joined 2B2T, and I recruited him as if there was like a incursion war going on called the 69 Incursion. That wasn't real. That I made up. But I befriended him through that idea, and he actually built a bunker. Like, he built a 69 Incursion base for the incursion. That wasn't real. It was just me telling him about it. And I wrote this book there, and I left it there. An obsidian bunker to represent our ungriefable spirits. Be alert, remain steadfast, you're safe here, for the 69 Incursion is among us. The Freedom's Bunker. 2021. Policy 007. And again, we're not going to go to the last page. We can already expect it's just going to be a dick. Ooh, okay. Now, you guys probably didn't think I was going to bring this one. No way. No way he's going to share such a rare named book. A one of one. No way he's going to copy it and bring it to a public space for anybody to get their grubby hands on it. Well, you know what? One thing, this 2B guy, like I've said on stream before, he joined and I caught him early while he was traveling down the highway. And I just asked for a book and he just wrote one, no problem. But then once he realized like how valuable his name was to a lot of collectors, he began haggling with any other person that asked him for a signed book. He'd ask for a kit. He'd ask for a dub. He'd ask for a whole stash. And he just kind of turned into a dick by the end of it. So, you know, I don't really mind sharing it around. Especially it's kind of cool that it's like to Paul Steve, you know, so I get a little shout out by the dispersing of this book. But yeah, 2B, super cool. The only 2-letter account that I've ever gotten a book from, and it just happens to be the name of the server. So, just due to that reason, we're gonna put it over. Are you gonna display the Wiz Khalifa book? No, I don't think I brought that one. We're gonna find out. Dupe, Housemaster's alt. It's just Paul, did you see the dupe? We're just going to hang that up there. PP House. Okay. We're just going to hang it next to the other Housemaster book. Boom. 2 Policy 007 by Pocky Boy. This is an important book for me to bring here because Pocky Boy was kind of like one of the original representatives of an enemy base hunter. You know, if I ever came across Pocky Boy, him and I have exchanged books multiple times. We're actually friends. Like, we're tight. He's in the Journeyman right now. But back in the early base hunting days, he was an enemy base hunter because we would just find his signs in places that were really far out that we were hunting during the time period where finding stashes was a lot more common. So like it was a competition with this guy, and I felt like he was one of the top G's, and like, you know, me and Egg and some other folks were also some of the top G's at the time. Smill was active around then. So this book kind of just encapsulates that time period and the idea of the competitiveness of base hunting on 2B2T. So that one's up there. Omeg's Miss Caroling book V1, awesome. And SBA Spawn Base by Bitsin. Okay, so this is a book of Christmas carols written by hand by Omega. Omega is notorious, or It's Omega is notorious for being in the streams, especially more back in the day. Sometimes he still comes through every now and then. He's most known for like straight up like doxing my TikTok at one point. Oh god, that was awful. But I think he felt really bad about that, and then he did like this Omeg's Miss Christmas event for me, and he gave me this book about it. So that was very kind. Shout out to that guy. SBA Spawn Base by Bitsin. This was, you know, Bitsin is one of the founders of SBA way back in the day, and this book he left behind at the first SBA that we ever made. SBA 1. There's not even a name for it. If you open it up, it just says SBA Spawn Base Official. Super epic obsidian base is constructed near the iconic 2B2T spawn. He left this here at the first base that we ever made. And then when it got raided, we lost it forever. Then, months later, I found the stash of the individuals that griefed the base the first time. And by crazy luck, this book was left behind. And so we were able to salvage it back, nuke that place. Anyways, that was another like revenge grief situation that I took part in. But yeah, the fact that like, you know how big the server is, right? Just the odds that this book was left out in the open at a stash that we found months later, that I found months later with the Bitsin book at it. Whew, top moments for me. So I'm going to hang up both of these next to each other over on this side. And that's half. That's more than half. We got one more full shulk and one half shulk, okay? Let's get through this real quick, like. Thank you, Visions. I appreciate you saying that, man. Crazy lore on both of those books, bro. Like, pfft. Like I said, I'm just throwing in snippets over here, but I could write. I'm not gonna get into it. Polio Steve by Heat Rays. If you know, you know. Heat Rays came around during the time period of SBA 9, and he is the Vegemite King, an Australian streamer, a handsome lad, super kind, and also the dude who I accidentally left my Twitch sub going on for longer than anybody else. Accidentally. He stopped streaming, and I think I continued my sub on his Twitch for like 2 years after the fact. But yeah. What a legend, bro. He used to stream. He'd stream 2B2T. And, here's to a bloke that is extremely generous and inspiring. So to get to know you, you're a top-tier absolute weapon. How good's Vegemite? I think that he was around even before I started streaming. I'm not gonna lie. But, anyways, shout out to Heat Rays. We're gonna put that over in this section as well. Top 3 Australian ever. Yeah, the dude was amazing. Such good vibes. All right, Gregorio, not Pantalones by Dan Ducky. This is just like a little reference to Grego Pants and his own story within SBA. You know, Grego Gear is a whole thing that he kept going. That IKEA is like such an integral concept relative to Grego. And of course, we cannot forget Gregorio Pantalones, which was a Grego Pants alter ego that he created as like a villain arc. Like he would LARP as Gregorio Pantalones and like do mischievous things at SBA, and then he would come back on his main as Grego Pants in order to like save the day. It was like a whole thing. Anyway, so I just wanted to give a little shout out to Grego, Dan, and that whole story arc of his. Okay, on to the next one is 100 Dub Stash Chords by Show Japan. If you go to these chords featured in this book, which is about 2 million from Spawn, you will notice that it is loaded there in 1.12, and that's because I went there and loaded those chunks for the very first time like an idiot after finding a really cool base that he was at where this book was located. Hi by Mortal Vet. I wanted to include a Mortal Vet book into this collection because he was notorious back in the 2021, 2022 time period of 2B2T as the only bookseller that I have met on 2B. You know, people own shops on 2B all the time. And there's the book collectors Discord where people trade goods and relics and stuff. But Mortal Vet's thing, and he did this across multiple Anarchy servers, was like finding rare books and flipping them for real world money. He was just a book collector and book seller, and I've never met another one like him. So I wanted to shout him out. I will always sign a book for the based Policy 007. I don't know why a lot of these things have like symbols like this now. I don't think that they did before the update. Pop-Up GF books are kind of rare now. I don't think I have a Pop-Up GF book in this collection that I'm donating here. I think I have one for me. Secret Balls by Autocom. I don't really want to look inside this book now that I think about it, but I will hang it up over on this side. Policy 007 by Roy for El Rondi. I just wanted to shout out Roy for El Rondi. He's kind of a representative of that 2020-2021 time period of 2B2T. An Infinity Incursion member and an incredible music machine maker. Like, that was kind of his thing. If you ever find a Roy 4L Rondi banner on 2B2T, you will notice that it is in the shape of a piano, because that was like his main thing, was making music machines. And I just kind of like, I kind of looked up to him back when I first joined. I thought he was really cool. Still think he's cool. Policy 007, your name looks so familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. What a cool event. Take a look around. Let me know if you need anything. Signing off, Roy for El Rondi. And these are the chords to the pit fight event that was located in the End Dimension at that one arena that was designed by Frank Nificant. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Probably my favorite arena. And it was actually the arena that was rebuilt for the pit fight event, or Fight Club event, at the 2B2T Australia server that I made that video about. A Policy of 008 book. Okay, fine. I'll read the Autocom book. I'm really curious now. Let's just see. Secret Balls. Autocom config working. Solved 100%. Speed 100%. Accuracy 100. About 10 liters. Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. Policy of 008. 007 Imps Poster. I don't know who this Policy of 007 guy is. Probably a NN. But join my group. Discord.gg/Watchmen. Policy 007 is a Imps Poster. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'll tell you. This account belonged to Avril, aka Lego Stomper, who was in chat earlier today. Diamond Ore Gaming. This is just a random account, but he came to my spawn base, and this is just like a reference to my spawn base. It's also kind of a cool account name, so we're just gonna put it right over there. Actually, we're gonna include this one on the other side. Don't ask me why. Best music machines? Yup. D's by Remaining Toast. Honestly, I don't even know why I brought this book, but I guess we'll hang it up. Is Remaining Toast, is he like a big name anywhere? There's some toast guy that owns like 9B9T. I think it might be a different one. Okay, Mogus by Quer956. He's another representative in my mind of the PvP era of 2021, 2022. You know, we think of Quer, we think of tell you, Bob, you can probably name off a few more people than I can. Pell, yeah, I was gonna say Pell, but oh, Wayo, yeah. Who's that other guy that like hung around with Quer and they always made fun of him? Like he was like constantly clipped, and like they made like videos of him in VC raging. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Anyways. Dick Beef, thanks for the follow, man. Yo, Bretta. But yeah, he just kind of represents that era. I remember him running around back when the bakery was doing their thing, so that was really cool. What did he say in that book, by the way? Was it to me? Mogus. Mogus. Okay. Maybe it's Quer that I'm thinking of. No, it's not. I'll remember at some point. Pop Bob Come Dupe by Bot Command. Bot Command is an account that is owned, or was owned at this time period by Yoki Was Taken, who is one of my longest running subs on stream. And he offered to snipe this name. How did this situation go down? It was so crap, man. We were trying to make like a SBA stash alt, and I think I was in charge of making it. And then when I put in the name, I accidentally put 2 T's in bot. Oh god. And so then he got this one, and it was just awkward, man. It was, we never got access to that account. We thought it was cool at first, but anyways, I'm not gonna explain much more about that. That was such a bad fumble, bro. Posse 007 by Siddharth. I love your streams. If you don't know, Siddharth is my alter ego. I have nothing else to say about that. And because he's my alter ego, we're actually going to put him up on the Steve side. Back in the mix. Kid named Finger 55. For obvious reasons. We have this book. Put that over there. One of the other greats. Great names. Rip Dima home. Dima788. We saw a map art of him at the Dima Town map art. You know, I shouted him out. I zoomed in on that map. It was that weird cobblestone base. That was not his actual base. His actual base is written about in this book right here, and he actually wrote this book to me. I pulled up to this location soon after its location was leaked. Okay, so if you don't know, Dima788 was like top op for a bit. And when I say like he wasn't all there, like I'm not trying to be like any type of way, be offensive to any degree, but if you watch like the interview with him in Dig MC, he has a video where he's interviewed on YouTube. Like you'll know what I mean. He's got a few screws loose. Maybe not so much anymore. He was also very young at this time period. And in my mind, I visualized him as just like a grunt griefer. Anybody who had any influence in the griefing community could just swoop him up and put him on to like these griefing missions, and he would do so willingly at the blink of an eye. This kid loved griefing. He was top op for a short time period, but then he had like a friendly story. Like I think he's back in the mix now, and he's just like chill. But anyways, his main base was griefed. Or leaked. I got cords to it. I came along. I found an account there, and I started bed trapping it, and it ended up being his base mate. Then more people came along, griefed it. Dima came along, asked me to stop bed trapping his friend. I'm like, fine. And then he wrote me this book where he says, "My first 2B2T home, since March is gone, griefed by the Dawnfear LARPers. I shall destroy all their bases with my good friends." Dima788, September 2022. So yeah, there's a little tidbit about Dima. Put this over here. We are running out of space once again. We're going to have to get creative. We have one more slot left over here. So maybe let's... what should we do? How many books do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 7, 22 spots. Okay, here's the thing. 22 spots left. Remember when we first like made these sections on the side of the wall, it equaled 22? I think that we're going to have to utilize this wall space. Egg, you were just so excited 2 seconds ago. As soon as I talk about building somewhere. I'll make this real quick, like, let's... I can bring empty bookshelves or a couple of barrels. This is what I'm going to do. I already know what I'm gonna do. We got 22 sea lanterns. Let's bust out holes in the wall right between each of these things and just replace them with sea lanterns and then put item frames there. That's what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's fine. Because remember, we still have those few spots up ahead, up there, that we are going to put all of our favorite books in. I think that this looks just fine. I do like the bookshelves. What the hell? I love how those things look. But we've kind of already really leaned into this design that we've got going on here. So we're just going to keep rolling with it. Okay. Let's throw up the rest of our item frames. Did we already do this whole side? We did. We're going to move on over here. Why not use lecterns? I thought about it. And I think that for me, there is just a little bit of like nostalgia with hanging them up like this. I feel like I grew up in 1.12, so I just really like the looks of this. It makes it feel more stashy. You know, I like the quartz effect. Oh, eventually I'm going to have to make it a 2-ladder situation because, like, this is off-center. That's fine. That's fine. We'll get to that point. I'll do that all off-stream. Do lecterns even show whoever signed it? No, you have to, like, look into it. But I really like this. I really like how everything's going on right here. I'm not so concerned with, like, the final looks of it all as much as I am with like just having it here and a part of this base and being able to capture it on this stream, you know. Lag by Pot Bobbers. Barbecue bacon burger stash exploit easy exploit lag. Yo Peepo. He's gonna be the first person to christen this side right over there. Policy 007 by Mothra. I'm a very notable person. They even wrote a wiki page about me. You already know. You already know. It is Paul Steve's main quest on 2B2T to find the Mothra stash, a destiny that shall be fulfilled by any means necessary. And he wrote me this book before I even determined that fallacy. So, Demon Town was built by Astral, wasn't it? Very possible. I don't know. So for that reason, this one's also going to go right into the very front of this special section over here. And right next to it, we're just going to put a... Mothra Chengdu book. Just right next to it. Moving on from there, we have Key by Squid Game 2B2T. Squid Game was obviously the show, but it was also a major event hosted by Bobbers alongside his friends in the Ancients. We got Hovex, Davey, Harrison, X-Ray, all of them, bro. Cannot forget Simon. Huge shout out to Simon. But yeah, this was just one of the pieces of one of the mini games of, I think it might have been Squid Game 2. It was whatever one I participated in and have a video of. So because this is also associated with Bobbers, we're gonna put it right over here next to that other Bobbers book. From Ostrich, Pop Bob Come. You know, as far as like that PvP era that I was talking about, you know, that Opie Wolfie was a part of, Tully Bob remembers with Quir and stuff. Ostrich kind of represents another end of the spectrum of that PvP culture. You know, he is known for being toxic. That's all I gotta say about him. I've always had a good relationships with the dude, but had to represent there. Oops by Dusty Nutsack. You already know. We raid Dusty Nutsack on the stream all the time. I slammed my penis in the car door. This is a book that he wrote for me at Spawn. Soon after I first met him. Dusty Nutsack is the definition of a chiller, bro. Super good vibes. Love him. And a little tidbit about his like early journey on 2B2T. He was streaming. How did we find him? It was me and Egg and VC. I don't even know if he was playing 2B2T at the time, but Egg was like, bro, you gotta come into this dude's stream. He's hilarious. And so then me and Egg were just bullshitting with this dude on stream. He was watching like the Boondocks or something. And yeah, we were just chatting him up, and eventually he joined 2B, and he streamed everything he did, and then I found that illegal stash that I have like my shorts video on, where it had the stacked lava. It belonged to some dude that eventually came back. I'm forgetting his name, but it was like the underground stash with just like built with diamond blocks and gold blocks. Anyways, after I took all of the stuff I wanted from there, I left behind all of the unstacking bits where it's unstacking gear. I gave that stash to Dusty, and he streamed his entire journey of going out to that stash, raiding that stash, and moving it to a different location. The whole thing was streamed, and so to no one's surprise, it was very soon incited. So we're gonna put that book right there. Russians Go Night Night by TP Exploit. This is just kind of a book to honor Harrison and his end travels. One day he'll open the right shulker first. What are you talking about? Mini Fridge 5000, Funny Man Paul Steve. Good old name on that guy. I think he like mained the Aussie server as well. 2B2T Australia. Okay, frames are just dying as we walk around here. Church invite by Foot Lettuce 360. Good old name on this guy. Join my church event. I'm gonna put this one over here. Policy 007 by Hyde. I liked this dude's name. Policy 007, best base hunter. I'm gonna put it over here. The Last Bean by Bobbers22. This is only a copy of a copy because I only had a copy of an original. So you can't make copies of this, unfortunately. But this is the only book that I know of that Bobbers specifically... It was like his copy pasta. book. This is a book that he made many copies of and distributed them among SBA base members as they came along across multiple bases. Just like my Orpal base book, which we will also be coming into contact with here soon. But before we do that, we've got Burke Brain, copy of an original. I don't think there's anything written in here, probably because it was reverted. Burke Brain is known as being one of the really old players of TB2T. Or Burke Brine, whatever. Of course, we have to get a Caleb Visco book in the mix. Another one of the kind gentlemen who have grazed this server with their good vibes as a streamer for the short time period that he was around. You know, I still have a lead somewhere at my stash that's named Tapeworm, gifted to me from him. Very kind. You know, if you watch TB2T streams and you have for the past few years, you've probably come across him. For the time period that he was here, he brought some really good vibes. So we're going to leave both these books over here. And we are finally into the last shulker box, Highway 153 by Oxtaz. You know we shout out Oxtaz like every single stream. He is the creator of Stardust, an excellent coder, a man of the people. He makes modules that are just huge quality of life improvements, you know, a stellar member of CGI as well. Gotta shout out all the boys in CGI, and just a good dude and a friend. Now, this book by him, I found before I even knew him, before I met him. Highway 1533 is one of the LARP highways on the server. A road less traveled, a path as yet unfound. The route ahead is narrow, but the ground below is sound. From time to time we visit to see how far it's grown, for the path that stretches on ahead is all we've ever known. The denizens are transient like fading memories, but for every light that shines no more, a new one shines with these. Sporadic dedication and lasting will to see that lovely old back road built at 1533. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's just like, you know how there's like LARP highways that like lead away from the spawn? This is one that's kind of like parallel to a different highway, and it goes for a really long time, and it has a bunch of like pit stops along it. You know what? This one is in the running for being put up over there just because of how much of a legend Oxtaz is, so. Two Tone by Paper Robber 9000. This is an actual book by the actual Paper Robber, not my alt account. Dear Tone, I'm writing this with a heavy heart as a you already know. Long story short, Tone one day all of a sudden was just like, you know what? Fuck Paper Robber. He's an op. And that just became a hill that Tonepah started to die on. Nobody really exactly knows why, but Paper Robber wrote this heartfelt apology letter to him that he mass-produced all over the server as an apology to Tonepah. Even though I think that Tone just started saying that for fun. So we're going to hang that up right over here. Paul Steve Stinky Feet dupe by Cactus Dupe. Praise the Cactus Dupe for the cactus. Okay, we can just hang this up. It's actually a Mr. Sour Kiwi alt. We're going to hang it up on this main bit over here. The Reason by Builder of New. Builder of New is a 2023 player, I believe, who typed a lot in chat and was a very expressive fella. And I found his base one time. And then he invited me out to his World Border base. He has a base closer to spawn that I found, and he invited me to his World Border base. And his whole shtick, his whole thing on 2B2T was writing poetry. Dude, he had numerous novels on TB2T that were really thought out. Like genuine, authentic, Poetry, The Reason by Builder of New and Old. I'm not going to read this whole thing. But he legit poured his heart and soul into these books. Like real life stuff that he was going through, he would just dump into these books on 2B2T and hand them out to people. I care so deeply about all those I know, a fool on the run from the future of being alone. So I'm sorry for who I am, sensitive yet a man. But at least for today, you have saved me once again. Like, yeah. I have his whole collection, but I only brought one just to give a shout out to him. Cursed Orpal Base. So there's the Orpal Base book right here, and then there's Cursed Orpal Base. Okay, so I'm gonna actually put Cursed Orpal Base up as one of the top books of all time for me. Orpal Base, just like Bobber's The Last Bean. I got you, people. This was the only book that I mass produced as a copy pasta that I slapped in a book. And it's this quote that you might have heard from like different songs. You know, a lot of like rap songs and trap songs will use this little news article blip as like little intros for their songs. And it's like, rappers pouring prescription grade cough syrup into soda and sipping, even holding up a bottle with a gun in hand. Referred to as its street name, Purple Drink, Dirty Sprite, Scissorp, Texas Tea, or Lean. This medicinal mixture blowing up in videos posted online isn't curing a cough. Instead, young people are using it to get high. It's extremely addictive. Once you do it, you just want to get another bottle and another bottle. That addiction landed Justin and these other young men at Tarzana Treatment Center. They're all getting help for their dependency on lean, which started when they were teenagers. You know what I'm saying, right? I mass produced this book. I still have a bunch of these originals. I'll make more of those originals, but when I first started making them, I accidentally like made a cursed version, and it looks like this. It has the date in it. And it's like, it's just all messed up. I've never shared this book with anybody, so this is a special donation by me. You know, the cursed version of the book that I once mass produced. Where can I visit the museum? It will be on the archive someday, but this is Peepo's base. I'm not one to share chords with anybody. It's not my place to do so. Okay, so Neg Neg 1 Mil base by Havlin. This is just a book that encapsulates a base that he invited me to after I found another one of his bases nearby, and it just like really captures Havlin's amazing energy. You know, Havlin comes through here a lot. He makes great map arts. And he just, ever since 1.12, he's just made really luscious, quaint bases in spots that aren't like super hidden either. Just like places that he hopes other people who are wandering will run into and just create that experience for other players. And just like as a person, he creates that experience just by being himself. You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up on and down? So I just wanted to honor Havlin by bringing one of those books of his, and I'll put it right over here. Should I read it? Welcome to my base. There's a massive horse farm not too far from here. Follow the clues and you'll find it. If you wish to blow this place up, just know I'm out there somewhere building another one just like it. This is the way. Rip Terry Davis, Havlin 2022. Shout out the Astral Brotherhood. I'm actually gonna replace Paul Steve Stinky Feet dupe. I'm gonna put that there and put Orpal Base there. Okay, we're almost done, y'all. Kama's a New Friend by Dr. Zombie. This is a book that I found at an end base long time ago. I don't think Dr. Zombie was ever a part of it. This is probably a duped book. But we have to give a shout out to Dr. Zombie. Huge shout out to Dr. Zombie. He was making Fit MC archiving 2B2T content before FitMC was even born. Okay. If you look up his like old, it's called what is it, like Master Minecraft series or something. He has like a 2B2T series that is hilarious. Hilarious to look back on. He's like, who's that dude that we anyways, I'm not even. Okay, Pop Bob's side chick. This is the second best thing that I could come up with after Pop Bob's GF. You know, they're like, we have Pop Bob's GF at home. This is Pop Bob's GF at home. But I had to bring it anyway because I didn't have a Pop Bob GF book to donate. Paul Steve by Baki Bak Bak. You know, say what you will about Baki. I don't know him. I don't know him personally. I know that there's that one very controversial book that is circulated around the server by him. 2 Jack is what it's called. And I also hear plenty of rumors that that book he just like signed because someone asked him to. He never read the contents of it, so he didn't write it himself. But that all aside, when I first heard about 2B2T online from FitMC, the like video that stood out to me the most, more than any other at the time, was about Baki Bak Bak and the lava wall. You know, just seeing some dude in a Joker skin making a big lava wall around spawn, preventing new players from escaping. That's what sold me most on like joining the server at all in the first place. So that's why I wanted to include this book in the mix. Yeah, very impactful guy. Oh Whoa by Dan Ducky. I just wanted to include one serious Dan Ducky book in the mix. Because me and Dan go way back, and some of the most impactful memories of the server I shared with Dan. You know, that griefing event, every SBA thing, and yeah, just much love to Dan and all of their endeavors these days. I'll throw it up right there. So as we take one more look at these books that we have hung up into this main spot, you know, this book kind of encapsulates a lot of my old days on the server. This one is just like a really rare piece in general because of what it is, just like materialistically, so that's cool. Cursed Open Base also like represents this like middle era of my time on the server with SBA. And then of course the Mothra Prophecy books. And I think that this Oxtaz book kind of in a lot of ways represents more of a current state of Paul Steve. And so I'm happy to have all 6 of these up here as the main features, and all these other ones and other little stories around here. Holy y'all. That was a lot. I haven't read a single message for like 2 hours. I've just been rambling my ass off. I'm just checking my Discord real quick. Dine, my Twitch name is PaulSteve007. Oh. You know, this stream was not... Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead at this point. That's fine. You should just finish them off. Really, it didn't look good enough for the base. They're like, yeah, this isn't gonna cut it, Paul. You're being excavated. The offhand TNT is crazy. I just got 2 slabs of meat. He's gonna slap me with each one before he puts down the work. Damn. Peepo, you were supposed to go to bed like 2 hours ago. But shout out these guys. And like I said, this stream isn't everybody's cup of tea as far as, you know, I know base hunting is my main thing. And these can be exhausting in a lot of ways. So much, like, mentally. And I will say that we sufficiently scraped the surface of the iceberg today. Can I say that? We scraped the surface of the iceberg sufficiently. Shout out to DZ. Shout out to Swisher. Huge shout out to Peepo for the invite. And, yeah. As far as this stuff goes, like, right after I end stream, I'm gonna lay down for a minute. Drink some water, because, yeah. But I have these maps that I'm gonna end up hanging up in this room. Some of my favorite maps that I have. Just little things here and there. I'm gonna hand over these books. Swisher, if you want to come back down, I'll give you the I'll give you this map art set right now. I trust you to keep it safe and make copies of it, and, you know, return what you can, what you will. So I'm gonna open up this e-chest, and I'm gonna start just dumping these when he stands kind of in front. I'm sure he's clearing up some space right now in his inventory. You're gonna need a good bit of inventory space, he sees. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it in order so he picks it up in order. A, B, C. At least they're alphabetized, so it doesn't have to necessarily pick it up in order. But yeah, there's a lot of base hunters and map art collectors around that are really eager to get their hands on this map art. So huge shout out to KZD for making it and donating a piece of it to me, and, you know, now I'm in the position to disperse it further across the server, which I think he would be very happy about. But on that note, I'm gonna log out for now. I'm gonna log back in after I lay down from it. Write that book for you, DZ. I haven't forgotten, okay? But thanks for coming, y'all. Thanks for the book. I'll use this. Oh, man, bro. Please show off this place once again if you're allowed to in the future. Yeah, I'll spruce up this place. I'm going to set my bed here. I'm going to live here for a bit. I'm going to spruce up this place. I don't want to bore you guys with the little nitty gritty, like, place things, take it off, place things, take it off. I just wanted to share the meat. So, thank you again, guys. I'm sure you understand about me missing so many messages today. Blech. I'll be live again tomorrow night. Oh yeah, I'm resetting my bed in the NSFW area. 100%. Duh. Thanks, Tay. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Rat King. Thank you, Tully. NATO, Spacebar, Peepo. Almost decent. Tangid, Blue. I am Turtle. That's, I'm pretty sure that's DZ. Mega says, I fucking hated it. It was very cute and interesting. Okay, whatever, Blue. Whatever. Whatever. Let's see if there's anybody I can raid. We got a fat posse here right now, so I hope somebody is live. But it is late. I know it's unlikely. Brooks World is live? Okay, yeah. Let's raid Brooks World. I don't know if he's base hunting right now. But we're going to get it going. We're doing a raid on Twitch right now if you're here. Good night, OP Wolfie and Kay. I appreciate you guys. Okay, I think I sent that in right. This is my Discord up in chat right now. Join up for stream updates, or sometimes we do giveaways too. If you're on YouTube, you can navigate to any of my YouTube videos and look in the description to find my Discord. Oh my goodness, I am like exhausted after today's stream, y'all. Thank you for all the new followers today. All the new subs on YouTube. Huge shout out to Tully Bob for the Fat 5 gifted, I think it was, or was it more? Was it 10? Very, very generous. Thank you, Tully Bob. Thank you again. And Trana for the fat gifted subs as well. On top of the 400 biddies. I will definitely be able to feed Moogle this week because of you guys. And we cannot forget about Blue Eyes resub of 5 months. I'm gonna crash right after stream, y'all. I still have to write that book. I'm not forgetting, but this raid is about to go through. Let's see if I can make like the thumbnail of this stream like me logged in, actually. So I'm just gonna like strike a pose. The raid should be going sometime soon, I think. I don't know, actually. Maybe it already went?